My name's GuykesTV, and for the past 20 years I've been a professional bike tester. And today I'm riding out in the beautiful Yorkshire Dales National Park, just above Bainbridge. Well, there's a Roman fort just on that hillside in the background, if you can see it. So the bike I'm riding today is the Bianchi Impulso Allroad. And the reason I'm out here in Bainbridge is Bianchi are the oldest Italian bike brand. And this, what I'm riding on now, is one of the oldest Italian roads in Britain. Bianchi have been going for 100 years, and the Romans built this track over to Ribblehead and Ribblesdale in about 100 AD. So let's crack on, see how we get on with the Impulso on a bit of proper ancient adventure riding. I mean, obviously the whole gravel, adventure, all-road, whatever you want to call it thing is very much in fashion at the moment. But Bianchi are far from jumping on the bandwagon. They were actually one of the first brands way back in like 89, 90 to start mucking around with drop bar bikes with bigger 700cc tyres. Now the range they called the Project, and another bike called the Volpe. And you know, you didn't get disc brakes and drop bars back then. A very limited tyre choice, so they never really caught on. But you know, Bianchi have always been a technologically advanced and experimental company. They're not just sitting back on that 100 years of experience and going, you know, buy me because I'm aristocratic. This Allroad, she won an innovation prize at Interbike this year. And there's a lot going on with it. So, what are we looking at here? Well, you've got this really finely tubed, triple hydroformed aluminium mainframe here. And as you can see, there's loads of different really subtle shapes built into the head tube. And that head tube, top tube junction there is particularly interesting because they actually get formed as two separate pieces. Then they get welded together, and then they get re-pressure formed to create a fully monocoque structure for that whole front end there. It's a really stiff, strong front end, which means they can keep this slim steerer in there for a bit of compliance, that it still tracks really accurately despite that smoothness. Bianchi have a reputation for making really beautiful bikes, and that still rings very, very true. Even such a practical, sort of hard-working bike like this Allroad. You've got a beautiful smooth curve coming up, emphasised by that graphic, a little bit of a buttress hydroform there to strengthen that junction. You know, it's a big seat post, it's a big seat tube. A lot of brands you'll see will go to a smaller seat tube and seat post, but when you're starting to hang a lot of luggage off the back of it and then rattling around on roads like this, you've got to question whether there's, you know, how long that's going to last. And you've got space for up to 40mm tyres. I mean, these Kenda Flint ridges are just a 35. You can see there's plenty of space in there, and they're actually quite a large carcass for a 35. You've got tubeless rims, they're tubeless ready tyre, so that's an easy conversion to make for an even smoother ride. Shimano 105 chain set, long cage rear mech, and a decent spread of gears at the back. So it's a bike that will work pretty much anyway. It'll scud along the road with those Kenda tyres with the centre ridge on there, or it'll claw its way up here, you know, in snowy conditions. San Marco saddle with the centre cut out there, give a bit more comfort, because this is a bike you're going to want to spend long days on. And Bianchi's own Reparto course stem and handlebar with a neat bit of flare, just to give you a little bit more control and width on the descents, as we'll see. And Shimano's 505 lever. I'll be honest, it's a love or hate lever. The main reason for hating it being that lump there, but actually with that slight cant you're getting from the bar twist there, that lump is a lot less noticeable than it is on a lot of bikes I've tested and ridden. So yeah, props to Bianchi for hiding that quite nicely too. You've got that really sweet hidden hydraulic hose routing down through that carbon fork leg. You've got the lowrider bosses for conventional panniers if you want to keep your luggage low and stable. If you're going fully loaded touring, you've got a really neat flat mount front brake there for this 160mm rotor. 12mm through axles at the front, and also at the rear where it's 142mm spacing for a stiff wheel. And again, you've got that really neat little flat mount for the 160mm rotors. And you've got fully internal cable routing. Down under the snow and ice here, you've got mudguard mounts, and you've got that press fit bottom bracket there for a really stiff bottom end to the bike. 2 sets of bottle cages, rack mounts, mudguard mounts. This really is a bike equipped for properly wild adventures like this one I'm having today. So, how does the Allroad ride? And the answer is beautifully. I wouldn't be out here getting excited about it on video for you, would I? It's tricky in a way because there's no radical USP, there's nothing outstanding Bianchi have done in terms of geometry or construction, but it's just a really well balanced, really cultured ride. Even though they've obviously made a strong frame here with that hydroformed alloy, that full carbon form, really smooth for a disc ball, especially one that's got rack braces on. As you can probably tell, this is not the smoothest surface I'm riding on, especially when there's ice in the corners. And the tyres, this 35's doing a decent job here. 71.5 degree head angle. The head tube's actually slightly lower to make up for the fact that you've got a bigger tyre on there. Bianchi were very keen not to lose that responsive nature. The back end is relatively short, considering you can get a 40mm tyre in there. There's mudguard clearance as well. Still a really lively and vibrant bike to ride. They've not thrown away their reputation for creating really sweet handling bikes. And this is a beauty. It really is. I mean, obviously the Romans have a reputation for sticking roads everywhere, but this Impulso Allroad is a beauty whether there's a road there or not. Even when you're tipping about on ice, like I am here, with a bit of a snow over the top. I'm very glad I'm on this bike with a bit more grip and a bit more control and confidence. And to be fair, it's no slouch on the road either. I mean, the road conditions today aren't exactly perfect for razzing around at top speed on, but the Bianchi covers distance and comes up climbs really well. Certainly not a chore, even though you've got that extra control and extra strength in that frame set. This is a bike that lets you get out here, lets you push the limits of what drop bar riding seems sensible. And look what it opens up for you. Look at the places you can explore on a bike like this. I mean, this is truly stunning. So giving up the roads, the modern British roads are way more sketchy than the old Roman road, to be honest. The Italians know how to build something. Even 2 millennia ago. You know, this has been holding up to weather like this for century after century after century. And Bianchi have endured because they've always made superb bikes. Bikes with a real classical beauty to them, but most of all, a real classical ride quality. And it's great they've transferred that to what is really, in many ways, a workhorse. You know, you've got that rack mount capability, that mudguard capability. I mean, this will take you to work, as well as it'll take you over the tops of the Dales like it has done me today. You know, it's not the most forgiving bike I've ever ridden, not the lightest, but it's totally trustworthy. The flare bars are really nice for a bit more control. It's a very subtle flare, it's only 16 degrees, that really does just add a little bit of width. Just keep your hands cradled in there a bit better. These tender tyres are really quick rolling, with just enough traction to play off piste, even when it's -2, like it is out here today. So that's what this bike is brilliant for. Heading off into the distance, get back out onto the Roman stuff. You don't get many days like this in a year. So it's been fantastic to have a bike, to make the absolute most of them, to take in every different definition of road over the last 2,000 years, to go gravel riding even when you can't see the gravel. Finally hit the limit of what the Allroad will cope with. 6 inches of snow over ice seems to be as far as it'll let me go today. Bianchi Impulso Allroad, thank you for an absolutely fantastic day. You've produced another absolute classic bike. For more details on this bike and the rest of the Bianchi range, head for their website. GuykesTV, over and out.